So question number 57 is on your screen. Which of the following is incorrect statement? So now moving to the solution part. So if you see here, they asked about you incorrect statement. So first mark it. Okay, they ask you incorrect statement, and this series like PB, SI, GE, SN, those are group 14 series, and in group 14 series they basically in covalent in nature except your PbF4, that is lead tetrafluoride, and tin 4 fluoride SnF4, these two are ionic in nature. So if you see your first option PbF4 is covalent in nature, which is not true, and this is your incorrect statement. So this is the correct option of your question number 57. So now we are moving to the next question, that is question number 58. So question number 58 is on your screen. Match the following. So now we are moving to the solution part. So if you see here, if you don't know anything, you know your Haber's process, right? Haber's process. So this Haber's process basically it is used for ammonia production, and ammonia is given in option 3. So your B is matched with option 3. So now let us see what are the options given into the question. So if you see, these are the options they are given. Now first one is B is given is 2, which is not possible. Second one is B4, which is also not possible. Third one is given is B4, which is also not possible. If you see your last one, B is matching with 3. So option number 4 is the correct answer of this question. So now we are moving to the next question, that is question number 59. So question number 59 is on your screen. So which of the following diatomic molecular species has only pi bonds according to the molecular orbital theory? So if you see the molecular orbital theory, so what we got? We got sigma 1s, sigma star 1s, sigma 2s, sigma star 2s, pi 2p x and pi 2p y. So here they are saying only pi bonds. So we should not consider the pi star orbitals after that. Okay. So if you see the oxygen having 16 and nitrogen having your 14 and carbon has 12. Beryllium is already cancelled because it does not have pi. So if you see the in case of carbon 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 plus 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So only in carbon C2 having this pi bond. Now you may be confused with oxygen also, because oxygen also having 16 and it's go to the pi star. So due to that I already said that we are not going to consider the pi star because they only ask you the pi bonds. So that's why we are neglecting this pi star and we are end up with the answer of option number 3, which is C2, and this is the correct option of your 59 question. Now we move on to the question number 60. So question number 60 is on your screen. For the second period elements, the correct increasing order of first ionization enthalpy is. So now we are moving to the solution part. So if you see here, if I am moving from lithium to neon, so what will happen? My Z effective value is increases and my ionization value, ionization energy value is also increases. It means neon having the highest ionization enthalpy or ionization energy. But in case of beryllium, which is fully filled, and in case of nitrogen, which is half filled. So, these two having the highest ionization energy if I am comparing with the neighboring atoms. Like suppose beryllium, boron, hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon. So, what will happen? It will be greater than your boron. So, what you are obtaining? Boron will come first, then your beryllium, then your carbon. So, this order we are obtaining for this one. Like similarly, for nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine. So, what will happen? Nitrogen having the highest ionization energy. So, what order we are obtaining here? Oxygen, then your nitrogen, then your fluorine. Why? Because of this half filled orbital, and here because of this fully filled orbital. Now, if you see your option number 2, where boron is less than your beryllium, and similarly your oxygen is less than your nitrogen, and remaining all are same. So, option number 2 is the correct answer of your question number 60. So, question number 61 is on the screen. So, the biodegradable polymer is. Now, again this biodegradable polymer is taken from your NCERT class 12, that is the polymer chapter, and this is the direct question they take out from the NCERT, and your option is option number 2, that is nylon 2, nylon 6 is the correct option for 61 question. Now, we are moving to the question number 62. So, question number 62 is on the screen. Now, pH of the saturated solution of calcium hydroxide is 9. The solubility product, that is KSP, of calcium hydroxide is. So, this question is take out from your equilibrium chapter of class 11, and this concept KSP, that is your solubility product, is one of the most famous topic of your NEET examination. Now, let us see how we solve this question. Now, calcium hydroxide, it is dissociate as calcium 2 plus and OH minus. So, this is the dissociation reaction of calcium hydroxide. Now, in our question they are mentioning that pH is our 9. So, if we know our POH is nothing but this is 14 minus 9, and we are end up with as 5. So, if POH is 5, then our H, that our OH minus ion concentration is 10 to the power minus 5. So, if I am taking this S as a mole of this calcium 2 plus and twice S is the mole of this OH. Now, always remember when you solve the KSP question, this concentration always taking as a mole per liter. Now, what we got? We are obtaining twice as value as 10 to the power minus 5, and now if we take out as 10 to the power minus 5 by 2. Now, if we go to the KSP of the following reaction, we are obtained as Ca2 plus concentration and our OH minus to the power square is our KSP. So, now put the value. So, 10 to the power minus 5 by 2 and OH, what is the OH value? OH value is coming as 10 to the power minus 5. So, now no need to solve all the terms from here this question. Now, if you see 10 to the power minus 5 plus we can write here 10 to the power minus 10. So, these two are plus with each others and we are obtained as 10 to the power minus 15. So, in our answers definitely one term is 10 to the power minus 15. Now, see in your options the option number 4 does not have 10 to the power minus 10. So, this option is neglected. Now, option number 2 10 to the power minus 10, then this option is also neglected. Now, we have only two options, option number 1 and option number 3. Now, if you see the half, what is the value of half? Half value is 0.5. So, our answer is 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 15. So, 10 to the power minus 8, that is option number 1 is the solution for the question number 62. Next, we are moving to the question number 63. So, question number 63 is on the screen. If the rate constant for a first order reaction is k, the time t required for the completion of 99% of the reaction is. So, this question is basically asked from the chemical kinetics, which is the NCERT class 12 chapter. Now, let us move on to the solution. So, we know the first order reaction, if we write k is equal to 2.303 divided by t into log of initial concentration, which is I am denoting here as A naught, and the concentration after time t. Now, here they are saying 99% of the reaction is completed, means 99 already reacted. So, how much is left out? Only 1%. So, now put the value 2.303 by t log of, and if I am considering our initial concentration is 100 and my final concentration at after time t is only 1%. So, 1. Now, t take on this side, 2.303 by k as log, and this 100 I can write as 10 square. So, 2 will come in front and log 10. Now, is it necessary to solve after that? No, it is not required. Now, if you see in the option number 1, t is equal to 0.693 by k, this is the equation of t half, which is not given in your question. So, this option is getting neglected. Now, if we see anything is multiplied with 2 into 2, definitely the first term will come with 4 and after that something will be there. So, if you see into the options, only one option consists of 4. So, the option number 3 is the correct option of the question number 63. So, without solving this whole chemistry or whole equations, we will easily get our options, so by neglecting the other options. So, question number 64 is on the screen. The non-essential amino acid among the following is. So, this question is asked from your NCERT from the class 12, that is from the amino acids. Now, non-essential amino acids are those amino acids which can synthesize in our body. So, among the options, option number 3, that is alanine, is the correct option for this question. Now, we are moving to the next question, that is question number 65. So, question number 65 is on the screen. So, among the following, the reaction that passes through an electrophilic substitution is. So, when they told about the electrophilic substitution, so first we have to find out the electrophile. Now, in this all reaction, if you see AlCl3, it is having a vacant d orbitals. So, as a result, it acts as a Lewis acid and it can accept the electron pair from the other elements. Now, see how it will form this is electrophile. Now, Cl and Cl is having these lone pairs, and AlCl3, I already told the AlCl3 having a vacant d orbitals. Now, this lone pair is transferred to this vacant d orbitals. So, as a result we are obtaining Cl, Cl, Al, Cl3, and Cl donate its lone pair. So, it is having positive. Now, Cl positive is not stable. So, it take out this electron and it is coming as Cl plus and Al Cl4 minus. Now, this Cl is act as your electrophile and it proceed the remaining reactions. So, your correct option is option number 2. Now, we are moving to the next question, that is question number 66. So, question number 66 is on the screen. So, the mixture that forms the maximum boiling azeotrope is. So, this question is taken from the solution chapter of chemistry class 12. So, if you see, when they ask about the maximum boiling azeotropes, we have to focus on the negative deviation from Raoult's law. Now, if you see the following options, option 1, 2, 3 and 4, only option number 1 is show the negative deviation of the Raoult's law. So, option number 1 is the correct option from this question. Now, we are moving to the next question, that is question number 67. So, question number 67 is on the screen. For the chemical reaction, the chemical reaction is already shown into your screen and the correct option they asked. Now, this question is basically from your chemical kinetics chapter of NCERT 12. So, move on to the solution, how we are going to solve. So, we are going to consider a general chemical equation, that is A, B, B, and we are obtaining our product as C. Now, for this reaction, how we find out the rate? So, rate is equal to minus 1 by A dA by dt minus 1 by B dB by dt plus 1 by C capital dC by dt. Now, if you the close look, see the reactant stoichiometrics or product stoichiometry is go into the fractional time. On the other hand, when we are represent in the form of reactant, it is coming as negative sign, and when we are represent in the product, it always be shown as the positive term. Now, move on to the options. So, if we see the option number 4 and option number 2, the stoichiometrics is not fractions. So, this option is, you can neglect it out. Now, if we see the option question number 1 and the option question number 3, so see in this the reactant is okay, it is given in the minus terminologies. But if you see the product terms, here the products they are showing in the negative term, here the products is showing as your positive term. And I already mentioned, when you are represent rate in the form of product, you have to represent the positive term. So, our option number 3 is the correct option and option 1 we can neglect it out. So, option 3 is the correct option of this question. So, now we are move on to the next question, that is question number 68. So, question number 68 is on the screen. So, the number of moles of hydrogen molecule required to produce 20 moles of ammonia through Haber process is. So, now we are move on to the solution. So, Haber's process is nothing but when nitrogen is react with hydrogen, we are getting our ammonia. Now, if we balance the equation, here we have to put 2 and here we have to put 3, and these all are present in the gaseous form. So, this is the chemical reactions happened in the Haber's process. Now, they are asking how much mole is produced from this Haber's process. Now, if we see the stoichiometry, so 2 moles of NH3 give 3 moles of H2. Now, 1 mole of NH3 give 3/2 moles of H2. Now, in the question they asked about the 20 moles. So, 20 mole NH3 give 3/2 into 20 moles of hydrogen. So, when we solve this equation, we are end up with 30 moles of H2. So, our correct option is option number 3 of this question. So, question number 69 is on the screen. So, the compound that is most difficult to protonate. Now, I already said when these types of questions will come, first you highlight what they ask. So, see here they ask about the most difficult, and that is the protonate. Now, for protonate we need a lone pair. So, when lone pair is available, the protonation take place. But if you see the option number 4, here the protonation, that is the lone pair which is available in the oxygen, it's go into this resonance with this benzene ring. So, what is the structure in this? So, these lone pairs are not easily available, because this lone pairs is already gone to the resonance. So, when this lone pair is not easily available, so the protonation is not easy for the option number 4. So, the 69, the fourth option is the correct option. Now, we are moving to the next question, that is question number 70. So, question number 70 is on the screen. The for an ideal solution, the correct option is, again in the correct you should mark it, because I already explained if they ask correct, incorrect, not, no, you have to first mark it. So, they ask you the correct option. Now, and the solution is your ideal solution. So, for an ideal solution, delta S mix is always be a greater than 0. So, this is not your correct option. Now, delta V mix is always equal to 0, but here they are giving not equal. So, this is not our correct option. Now, for option 3, delta H mix is always equal to 0. So, option number 3 is the correct answer of this question. Now, let us see the delta G. So, delta G mix always less than 0. So, the option number 3 is the correct answer of this question number 17. Now, we are moving to the next question, that is question number 71. So, question number 71 is on the screen. So, conjugated base for Bronsted acid, water and HFR. So, water and your HF. So, water is dissociate as OH minus and H3O plus. So, this OH minus is known as conjugated base, and this H3O plus is known as your conjugated acid. Similarly, is HF, it is dissociate as H plus and your F minus. So, H plus is known as the conjugated acid and your F minus is known as conjugated base. So, in this question they asked you the conjugated base. So, if you see the OH minus is the conjugated base and F minus is the conjugated base. So, if you see the option number 3 where OH minus and F minus are given, and this is the correct option of question number 71. Now, if you get any confusion, I will give you a small trick. Now, when there is a negative sign, that is always be a conjugated base, and when there are positive sign, that is your conjugated acid. Now, this is just a trick, this is not the concept. Now, this negative side and positive side is nothing but this one, negative, positive, positive, negative. Now, see in this option here this is negative, but this is positive. So, positive sign is basically conjugated acid. So, this is not your conjugated base. So, option 1 you can neglect it out. Option number 2, again you see this is negative, it is okay, but this is positive. So, again you can neglect it out. But in option number 3, this is negative sign and this is your negative sign, where I already showed the negative sign will give you the conjugated base. So, option number 3 is your correct option. Now, again if you see question option number 4, here this positive sign and the positive sign, and positive sign indicate the conjugated acid. So, that is why the option number 4 you can neglect it out, and we have to left it out only one option, that is option number 3, and this is the right answer.